Good morning. Oh, I'm glad to. Oh, standing room only crowd. This is great. This is a very important project for us. I'm I'm Carolyn Gonot, General Manager, CEO of Santa Clara Valley Transportation Authority, and I'd like to welcome you today to our ribbon cutting event. Before I continue, I want to welcome and recognize San Jose City Council member Sergio Jimenez, whose district this project is in. I also want to recognize Helen Chapman, who works with him as the Board Director for Open Space Authority. Okay, so we are here to celebrate the completion of the US 101 and Blossom Hill Road Interchange Improvement Project. That's what we call it. That's what's on our signs. It's a little bit of a long title, but this project is going to make a significant difference in the flow of traffic in this area. And now it provides safer bicycle and pedestrian facilities, so it's well deserving of its long name, and we definitely are happy it's here. VTA built this in collaboration with the City of San Jose and Caltrans, who are two very important partners on this project. VTA not only runs public transit and improves interchanges for vehicle traffic, but we also take pride in improving conditions for bicyclists and pedestrians. This project makes important changes to access for both of those. Partners like Caltrans and the city governments like the City of San Jose are crucially successful in being able to do that work. Another critically important partner is our community and the local funds they provide through tax measures like the 2016 Measure B, which help to pay for these improvements. And sometimes the community goes through the pains of the construction, which can be noisy and messy, and I heard that today from a couple people. But portions of this project were built behind residential backyards, so we appreciate everyone's patience as we completed the final touches and still have a few more final touches, and we hope you will be some of the many users of the new bike and pedestrian trail. The new pedestrian bridge over the interchange will help relieve congestion by providing additional lanes and protected bicycle and pedestrian facilities. And the interchange shows VTA's commitment to improving the transportation landscape in Silicon Valley to promote a variety of transportation modes. At this time, I would like to introduce someone who has been a steadfast proponent of creating safe, efficient ways to travel around our community, California Assembly member Ash Kalra. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Carolyn, so much for your leadership. This is very much a full circle project for me in many ways. My family moved here in South San Jose. We still live here in South San Jose in 1978. Before 101 was even connected, and many folks may remember Monterey used to be called Blood Alley back then. Of course, my family came from India, so they probably didn't notice it being particularly dangerous. But it's great to see over the years prior to me being on the city council, working with Forrest Williams on Xander's Crossing, and then my successor Sergio Jimenez really kind of taking the baton, and that's really what happens. That's how these projects get done. Is that they don't happen overnight, and I know that I spent many meetings meeting with Deb Fagoni or VTA leadership over the years, Nuria, and I kept checking in, like, where's the funding? Where are we at? How much more do we need to get this project completed? We saw Tully and Capital, and this was kind of the last one in that series that I was so anxious for because it's the one that I use the most. And so now I don't live right behind here, but I do travel it all the time. And so when I saw the construction beginning, it was very exciting to see it actually coming to fruition, seeing the project beginning, particularly the pedestrian and bicycle overpass connecting to the other side of Monterey. 101 has divided this community for far too long. And to connect it to transit to Monterey and the 68, connecting it with Xander's Crossing is pretty extraordinary. But it wouldn't have happened without the leadership of VTA. So Carolyn and your entire team, the leadership, please, thank you to VTA. It wouldn't have happened without the leadership of the City of San Jose, Department of Transportation, Mayor Liccardo, both in terms of being a steadfast leader on the city council, but also VTA, MTC, Sergio Jimenez continuing to advocate for this. This doesn't happen because of one person or one organization. It happens because all of us really focus on making it a reality. And I'm so excited that we're finally here. And my final thank yous to the taxpayers and the neighborhood leaders here, the people that we do this for. Coyote Creek neighborhood leadership, the taxpayers who fund these projects. At the end of the day, you asked us to deliver these things for you and for your families. And so when we're able to do it, it's a great sense of accomplishment, knowing that all the other stuff that gets the attention, it's the roads and the bicycle access, pedestrian safety. Those are the things that are really job number one for us as we stand here on Odette Morrow Trail. A leader who I'll never forget, who also was very vocal about making sure that this neighborhood was never forgotten. And so with that, I'd like to present a small token of appreciation to Carolyn, and hopefully we can pass this on to your team to hang up on the wall over at VTA.
You know, we're always grateful for Osh's help and getting us support and the state support we need for these projects. But I will say Osh was a very strong supporter when he was on the VTA board for projects in his area and throughout San Jose. I know our next speaker will especially appreciate the bicycle elements of this project. Mayor Sam Liccardo.
Carolyn, thank you. And I want to begin where Assemblymember Calra left off, which is to thank the residents who supported the 2016 Measure B. We came to you again asking for help as we try to address traffic congestion in our community. I hear it's coming back with a vengeance now that people are getting back into the office more and more. And these investments, as Assemblymember Calra had mentioned, they don't produce immediate results when we pass a measure. It takes a lot of work and an enormous team and an enormous amount of collaboration. So certainly thanks go to the VTA staff led by Carolyn and for their hard work. Our Director of Transportation, John Risto, is here. And we had a lot of, thank you, John. I know the city of San Jose and their DOT staff, I see Jessica Zenk here as well, worked very hard. I know on collaboration with VTA on this. And of course, Don Nguyen, our Deputy Director of Caltrans, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your collaboration as well. It takes a village, to be sure, in this case a village of agencies, to make these really hard projects work. I have to admit, when I heard that we were going to be cutting a ribbon on an interchange project, I didn't expect to be looking out in the bucolic scene here with the beautiful hillsides behind us, and really had forgotten, because I haven't been down on this trail in a while, just how beautiful this is. This is fantastic, isn't it? And this is not your grandfather's interchange, right? This is a new way of designing interchange, something that I know that John feels very passionate about throughout the city, that we're going to design our roads differently. Our roads are going to be designed with everyone in mind, cyclists, pedestrians. Lord knows we've had enough challenges with safety in recent months and years that we need to be thinking beyond the automobile. And this is a transformation that is the work of generations, not of a few days, weeks, or years, but it takes a lot of work to transform a city that was built for automobiles into a city built for people. And what you're seeing here is evidence of that sentiment. And I know there's been no one who's been a greater advocate for that on the council more than Sergio Jimenez. I appreciate his leadership here in District 2 as well as on issues throughout the city in making this a more walkable city. Finally, I just want to note, I'm the descendant of a few generations of San Joseans on one side, and I think about Encarnacion Aceves, who was my great-grandmother, and her son, my grandfather Ted, who had their home taken when a freeway cut through the Gardner neighborhood. And we know that's not the only story of neighborhoods that have been divided and separated by freeways. Freeways have a pretty, say it best, a pretty mixed and checkered legacy in our communities, particularly in communities of color and communities that have suffered disproportionately. And I think about what we're doing now and how we're doing it and how we're trying to connect people in a more organic way, particularly pedestrians and bikes. And it's reassuring to know that we are learning some of the lessons of the past, that what transportation is about connecting people, not about dividing us. And I'm grateful to be part of this celebration, knowing that the work has been done by many others, not me. I'm just here to be a cheerleader, but I'm grateful to be here to cheer. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mayor. The city support absolutely was critical on this project, as it always is in the work that we're doing in City of San Jose. I really want to acknowledge the DOT, John Risto, who actually worked on this when he was a VTA and then carried it on when he went over to work for the City of San Jose, and also when Council Member Jimenez, who has been on our board as well, and I appreciate that. Next, I want to call to the stage our other partner, Caltrans Deputy District Director, Duan Nguyen. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Wow, look at all these faces coming out today on a beautiful day. The sun even came out. It was a little foggy earlier. My name is Duan Nguyen, and I'm the Deputy Director for Program and Project Management for Caltrans Bay Area District 4. Thank you, General Manager Carolyn Gonad. Thank you, Assembly Member Carrera, and thank you, Mayor Liccardo, for your leadership and support on transportation investment over the years. I'm honored and excited to be here to celebrate the successful completion of this project, Route 101 Blossom Hill Interchange Improvement. We are also here to celebrate really our close collaboration, strong partnership, and extensive public engagement to deliver on our commitments, to build trust through tangible results such as this project. Consistent with Caltrans' principles of safety, equity, climate action, and economic prosperity, this project improves safety, efficiency and operation not only on the freeway but also local streets. And equally important is really provide for a comfortable, convenient, and connected path for bicyclists and pedestrians. The mayor talked about reconnecting communities. This really is reconnecting with the Class 1 bike path that provide through lanes and turning lanes on interchange, widened and realigned ramps. This project significantly improves safety and the connection and access to transit, jobs, housing, schools, commercial and retail development, as well as recreational opportunities. I have some personal connection to this area. I shared with some of you earlier. My wife graduated from Oak Grove, and my in-law used to live just right off Chenoweth here, so we spent a lot of time when we were dating at Oak Ridge. My in-law is now in Morgan Hill, and we bike on Coyote Creek Trail very often. When my kids were smaller, we started at Anderson Lake Trailhead, and it's about 15 miles to Hilliard Park here. But we never crossed Blossom Hill because of the traffic and because of the ramps that wouldn't stop, right? A lot of traffic. So we will continue to go down there and where we can check out drinks and shops and then ride back. And past the golf course, past the planes or remote control planes, that we always stop there to rest and be amazed by all the toy planes there. So this really is reconnecting community, as the mayor said. So I do this interchange. I think the mayor talked earlier, was actually built in 1982, 40 years ago. And so the new improvements and the beautiful bike path that we'll walk later on will be here to improve the quality of the people in this community and to really benefit the generations in the decades to come. So I would like to thank the VTA, Valley Transportation Authority, and the City of San Jose for funding this project and for the teamwork with Caltrans, with the CHP, with our contractor, O.C. Jones, to make this project a reality. I would like to also recognize our Caltrans team who are here. I'd like to all of you to raise your hand. From construction, the RE Tan Fung, our construction manager Scott McCrank, John Munch, Nilesh Pandya, our public information officer Victor Gautier, Pedro Quintana, our project manager Shirata Ravi, our design manager Fariba Zahuri, and all of our friends from VTA, Casey, John from San Jose, and VTA before. It really takes a village to deliver projects. Miracles in transportation do happen. They just happen slowly. So as we are unwavering in our commitment to safety for the traveling public and for the workers on our facilities, we look forward to continue partnership with the VTA to deliver future projects toward a more connected multimodal transportation network in Santa Clara County as well as in Bay Area. So thank you.
Thank you, Juan. I love the personal connection to the area. You know, Caltrans is really a trusted VTA partner, helping to improve our interchange just throughout the county. But they really have helped making our interchanges safer, not just for the vehicles that are going through them, but also for the pedestrians and the bicyclists. And I really do appreciate Caltrans sort of really embracing that going forward. Some of you may know there's an elementary school nearby, Edenvale Elementary. No doubt some of those kids ride their bikes and walk to the school and they'll probably use these newly constructed improvements. So with that in mind, one of the consultants on the project, Hill International, is donating 25 bike helmets to the children at Edenvale Elementary. And I think Edenvale's principal, Carissa Gonzalez, is here. And so I'd like to recognize her and her staff for working. Congratulations on that, and thank you, Hill. So before we officially cut the ribbon on this project, I really want to acknowledge the project team that put in such hard work to make this a success. And we recognize some of the DOT staff from City of San Jose. I want to recognize Casey Emoto, who's our Chief Officer at VTA for Engineering and Project Delivery. Jean Gonzalo, who is our Highway Program Manager. Lam Trin with the VTA's Planning and Program Development Department as the Project Manager. Ray Balalio with VTA. David Wu. David Lovato, who's with our VTA's Public Communications Specialist. And some people we want to specifically recognize who's really helped during this phase. Neil Ong with the City of San Jose. Con Pham, the Caltrans resident engineer during construction. Huck Duan, Caltrans structure representative. Vic Babbitt with O.C. Jones, the constructor, and all of the other VTA support staff and all of the contractors on this job and the consultants who helped make it. There's so many of the consultants here who had a hand in this, and I really want to thank all of you. And you know, we couldn't do these projects, us Caltrans, a city, without the support of the consultant community and even helping us pass our sales tax measure. So I want to thank you all for that. Now I'd like to call. Well, let's give a hand to our services. And now I'd like to call our speakers up to cut the ribbon on this beautiful new facility. Oh, did you want to?
I was just going to start this impromptu. John Risto is here. If I could just ask John to stand up to identify some of the city team members who've been working on this too, if you'd be kind enough. Thank you, John.
Yeah, they're all in the back.
John, come on up.
Guys out here. Thanks, John. Sorry, thank you.
Thanks, Mayor. John Russo, I'm the Director of Transportation. And yeah, as a partnership, this is the best that we can do between VTA, Caltrans, and the city. And just calling out some of the DOT staff that was involved in actually getting this started. Division Manager Zaire Golzada, he's the greatest. I know Neil Ong is here too. Kay and Naomi and Zahi Gatab's here, Jessica Zank. Who else do we have? Zaire, anybody else? And the retirees that worked on this, Ray Silvano, Lisa, Tweed, everybody's here for that. It's been a long time, like Duan said, it takes a long time. Thanks.
Thanks, John. Thanks for allowing us to butt in.
Oh, no problem. Hey, I also want to thank the grant staff. I always forget them because they're the ones who help pull all the money together and work with all the cities. And Marcello Renzi, who has been running the grant staff with others, and Amin Srani, I want to thank them as well because it does take money to do this. So, thank you. So, I'd like to call our speakers up as they're here to cut the ribbon on this beautiful new facility. And I think that is the end of my remarks. So please enjoy the refreshments that we have. And thank you all for coming out here. Thank you to the community who have put up with our construction. And I really do hope that you enjoy the new facilities. Thank you very much. Bye.